So caught a lot of fish, but most of them are just a couple of pound fish. I did catch a 4-pounder, which maybe is our ace in the hole, on a corner. I didn't get a lot of bites there. I shook off the other bites I got. We'll see on the last team standing whether we even run back there to try to catch those fish. Dickie did find a group of fish way down south, actually within a couple of miles of the dam. The problem is last team standing is going out from up here, and Saturday's 2 super short days, so there's 2 tournaments Saturday. So if we have a chance to win Sunday, we may make a long run south and try to catch those fish, but more than likely we're going to conserve our time and stay up here. So I talked a minute ago about Saturday. Saturday, we went down and put in at Caney and fished Caney and Beach, and only fished for about maybe 3 hours, and we just caught these couple of little tiny fish right here, and that was it. But I liked the way everything's set up. The water's actually colder down there than it does up north, which probably has something to do with it being so clear. And I talked to 3 different guys that were on the water yesterday as well, yesterday being Saturday. And they all only caught 6-8 fish as well when they've been catching 30 or 40 fish. Matter of fact, I just ran into a young man at the boat ramp who said they probably caught 50 fish this morning. But yesterday he said they only caught 4 or 5. So I don't know what happened yesterday. There was no real weird weather thing that I noticed that would have made them not bite yesterday, but they didn't. So anyway, today I decided to go back south. I just liked the way that looked and the way that set up, and I whacked them. But again, no big weight. But there were fish knocking bait around. I caught them. I caught a bunch of fish on an A-rig, and I'll show you those fish right here. So the fishing had been pretty good, but as opposed to last weekend when I felt like I could catch something in the mid-teens every day, and now again, I've not gone back to some of those spots, but checking some spots where I thought I could catch them. I'm just catching little knotheads, which by the way is why I've got the Carolina rig out this morning. I've caught one little fish back here on a Carolina rig. Sorry, I thought I was getting a bite. Yesterday, there was not a significant weather change. There was not, that I know of, a significant barometer change. I didn't see it based on the weather. The water continues to come up. The water continues to cool down. But they didn't bite yesterday. I know I talked to 3 other guys besides myself that were on the water, and nobody had more than 8 or 9 bites. So I don't know if the rising water messed them up or what, but they didn't bite yesterday. But again, I'm not moving bait fishing this morning. I'm about to, but it's changed a little bit in the last day or two. So the fishing, I think I think it's just one of those days when they just didn't bite. I think the fishing will get better, but for right now, for yesterday, they didn't bite nearly as good. So the lake's in great shape. The fish I caught, I did catch some fish with some sores on them. You probably saw in those videos there. But overall, the lake looks great. The grass looks great. The fish look great. Water continues to creep up. I'm wondering maybe yesterday if the reason we didn't catch a lot of fish is, again, those fish continue to come up. For those FLW guys that are coming here in about a month, it's getting pretty close. There's just grass everywhere. The canyons is completely full of grass. There's grass in the back of Pofers. There's grass just going down that side. There's grass in Julie. There's grass in Mud. There's grass all down through Boggy, all the way down to Caney. There's all kinds of grass in Caney. Down to Fire Tower, there's grass in there. There's grass all down that side. Down this side, the pockets below Jackson Hill, there's grass in there. Harvey, Mud, Hog, all completely full of grass. And by the way, this footage you've seen me fishing is kind of scattered through all of that. bit, and I pulled him pretty hard, and I just let him swim, because a lot of times you can do that. So I caught him, and then this one run up there to take a bait out of that same wad because he had him in distress. Not getting away. He was multi-up. Oh, look at him so loose. That one's 3.5. Little bitty guy on. So I had a double or two. Actually, I think I had 2 doubles. And I probably only had 14 pounds today. But I also threw a Carolina rig under those fish and got a good number of bites doing that. I didn't pull on many of them. I pulled on 2, and they were little knotheads, but a lot of times you can catch a big one in that grass underneath those fish schooling that are just kind of sitting down there waiting on stuff. So I feel pretty good about that. I suspect with those 2 short days Saturday, if you can catch something in the mid to high teens, I'm thinking you'll be top 3. So the way this tournament works, there's 36 teams. There's 6 groups of 6. The top 3 teams Saturday in the 6 groups are winners. The bottom 3 are losers. They go to the afternoon winners bracket, losers bracket, same thing, 6 teams per. Top 3 teams, and then Sunday, I don't know, what's kind of a free-for-all. I think it's more of a winners bracket, losers bracket, total weight. We'll worry about that if we get to Sunday, what we're going to try to do. But anyway, I think if we can catch those fish pretty quick, that's what we're going to do. So water down south, as I mentioned earlier, was cooler. It's 60 to 62 degrees, and I prefer that this time of year. I think that'll generally make those fish bite a little better, which is why I went back down there today, and why I think I caught some of the fish today, or I think they just bit better today. But I had a lot of confidence in some areas where I've caught them in the past, and I caught a bunch of fish, you know, sort of mid-lake. I'm gonna say between Fire Tire and Caney and Veach and Five Fingers, so in that section of the lake. So anyway, we'll see what happens next weekend. Got a lot of fish catches for you. Hope you enjoyed this. I do know there was also a wacky worm bite a little bit today. Where I was fishing, it was a little too windy to do that, but I ran into some guys that were catching them on that. Just fun weekend on Rayburn, other than just the oddball yesterday. For some reason, those fish didn't want to bite. So we'll hopefully get a lot of footage for you guys next weekend. And I met several guys this weekend. Really had a good time. Anyway, that's what we got for you this week. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys on the water. And we'll talk soon. Thanks, guys.